Hello friends, Seafood Rich here. I'm here for health tip number 3. We have a wide variety of people that are using these programs. We have people that are at the low end of the spectrum and at the high end of the spectrum. And these initial programs will benefit both of them, but in very different ways. On the high end of the spectrum, it will benefit you to be able to check all your systems that they're working as you slow things down a bit. And you can do that very quickly. It doesn't have to be as extended a process. And we discussed that in the other health tips. But for those people who are starting at a very low end of the spectrum, first of all, it's important, I'll say it again, you need to have a doctor's checkup before you begin doing any kind of health and fitness program. Now, that being said, I don't know exactly how good your balance is. If your balance is very bad, you need to have somebody with you to make sure that you don't fall. Okay, I can't be there like I would be if I was working with you one-on-one here. Okay, so you need to have somebody with you that is competent to be able to hold you up in case you lose balance. And it's very important that you do that right, because in the short term, that's a very big danger, and a fall and a break would really set us back. Okay, but in the long term, you're going to get better pretty quickly, and before you know it, you're going to be able to have less and less help, and it's going to be less and less of a factor as you go. Okay, the first thing is you can use a room small like this and make a route where you walk around the room like I'm doing. Okay, you can make a route. I'm walking around the heavy bag. You walk around your furniture, and that might be the way that you start your workouts. And you make a route that you can count. Make it exactly the same every time, and you start with 1, 2, work your way up to 10, 20, or 30, depending on the size of your room. And then you start to be good enough to be able to go outside with assistance, not by yourself, with assistance, and you could start to walk around your house then. Okay, so you're going to walk around your room first, walk around your house, and then, and only then, once you get to be competent enough as far as your balance, then you go for walks down the street or in a park or wherever you think that it's safe for you to go. And eventually you could even use a treadmill when the weather doesn't permit you to be outside. And until then, you're probably better off with an exercise bike, because you can sit firmly on that and make sure you're secure on that. Okay, it's very important for you to be safe during the initial parts of the training, because we will work on balance as we go. Now I'm going to get something else and show you. We're going to start to introduce balance elements of the program right from the beginning. Again, you need to have somebody with you when you're doing this. If you're having a balance issue, somebody who can control you. But like when you bring your feet together in a tension stance and start to bring your leg up to be able to move your joints different ways, it's important that you learn to be straight up over your body. Okay? We don't want you bent over or doing stuff like this where you're leaning and then moving your legs, and you're training yourself to be bent and out of posture, and posture equals balance. Posture equals balance. Okay, so we're going to train correct posture. So you're going to use your fingertips on the chair, and you're going to make sure you're aligned, crown of the head up, tailbone down, right over the supporting leg for every movement that you do. Okay, you may have to switch around and go to the other side to do the other side so that you maintain alignment. So the side that's away from the chair would be the side that you're moving. Okay, and again, you use your fingertips. This is no good. You know, I'm leaning on the chair and I'm training myself to be dependent on the chair. That's not going to train balance. It's very important. This is a fit tip. That's the difference between the balance exercises working and the balance exercises not working. So fingertip, crown up position, the leg that's moving is on the opposite side of the chair, and you have somebody there who can catch you so that you don't lose balance and fall. We don't want that kind of a setback, okay? I'm depending on you to do that because I can't be there. If you can't get someone to do that, if you're not capable of doing that, you should go and join a physical therapy program or something like that, where you can have somebody supervise you till you get through these initial aspects of training, okay? You're going to be the judge. You're going to be responsible for that. See you next time.